mysteries of our souls, much more than we dare dream. Little introvert goes about his day, soon to find that normal isn't him in any way. Am I awake? Am I asleep? This call echoing loud and deep. Wake up, wake up.
We live, baby.
Oh, you beat me to it, TJ. You ruined it.
I was just admiring that dope video we just watched. That was really well done, honestly.
Honestly, I just felt like we were in like the movies or something. I'm not gonna lie. Like that was like a perfect trailer right there.
That was really good.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome F35 Live. Happy Monday.
Live.
What's going on, you two?
Oh,
nothing much. It's Monday, ending the day off with this beautiful stream we have going on.
Right? It's always fun, man.
I think Monday ended up being perfect because what we used to do Thursdays,
or
Fridays, and it's only just not only was it the back-to-back with our releases, but like it's actually something like Mondays sucked, but it's like, oh yeah, we got the live stream tonight. That's awesome.
Something to look forward to.
It's actually looking forward to it. It's fun, like getting to hang out with everyone. Otherwise, my Monday afternoon would be doing chores that I didn't get done on Sunday.
Yeah. I love it because it's an excuse. Like, all right, I got to go home and I got to stream tonight. You can put aside all the extra stuff that happened over the day.
Yeah.
I think tonight is going to be a fun one too, just for the fact that I know we had a couple kind of weeks. We had an impromptu guest, I guess, last week, but this has been one I've been personally wanting to get a chance to talk to, because I know I've seen Markus quite a bit over inside the community in many spaces, and we got a chance to mint them way back when last year. I think it was May of 2022 when they officially came out. So this is gonna be a fun one because I know he's very highly revered inside the community, and the Introverts team shows up, man. I was looking at Twitter today, and they were going hard on the retweets and quote stuff. So excited to get a chance to meet them. But first, before we do that, shout out to everybody over in chat. It's F35 Live, our weekly live stream. We're here every Monday night from 9 p.m. Eastern to at least 11 p.m. Eastern.
And we did the camera stare and everything for that.
You like that, dude? I was just trying to be more engaged.
That's good. Freaked me out a little bit, but I liked it.
I know. Staring into your soul.
Yeah.
You like that?
Maybe uncomfortable.
I know. Shout out to everybody over in chat tonight. Got a lot of our regulars. Shout out to Introverts showing up over here. Shout out to, I saw her over in chat as well, D Nice, one of the co-founders as well. Shout out to our OG shooter, Arrow, Curly Knox.
I think it's Denise, Tommy. I think it's pronounced Denise.
I like D Nice. It reminds me of the substitute teacher from Key and Peele. But anyway, shout out to shooter, Curly Knox, Crawfish, Garfield Lasagna, as always, Fabio, and there's somebody, Jackhammer right there. But guys, let's go ahead and let's get started for tonight. We've got our first our guest.
Do it.
TJ, do you want to bring this in? I hate you, but I love you. Guys, let's welcome in the founder of Introverts. He's backstage right now. Please welcome on Markus. How's it going, man?
Hey there, guys.
What's
Doing
going
good.
on?
Doing great, actually. Better now that I'm with you guys here. It's a pleasure to be here. I've been watching your streams for a long time, man, and it's been due. We had to be here, and now we got a mint coming, and I think we are planning to do a stream for a Cosmic Paper launch, which was a little bit delayed. It was January. But then we figured out we did our own stream, like to our community, like we did our own thing. And then we were waiting for this mint to get a good date, and I think we have 10 days for the mint. So it's a perfect date for us to be here. Yeah.
They always work out. There's always something, there's a delay, there's something going on in the community, but they always find a way to get back at the perfect time. So appreciate you jumping on. Like you said, it's been long overdue. You guys are coming up on your year anniversary, right? Inside the space. Was it May 22nd last year?
Yeah, so
Wow.
we're supposed to meet at 13th, but it was 15th. So
15,
next
okay.
Monday, actually,
There you
it's
go.
gonna be 1 year
Damn.
anniversary,
That's
Wow.
and
crazy.
we're most
Congrats.
probably gonna do a live stream before yours. So
Okay. There you go.
right after our live stream ends, we send people to your live stream. If
That's
that's the
awesome.
case.
A little raid
But
over
yeah,
there. Yeah.
we're gonna do
Well,
like with team, and then everyone, D-Nice is gonna be there, our mods, like everyone's gonna
yeah.
show up, talk about the mint, some specifics, and just be there for the community. You know, it's gonna be close to
sure.
mint, so yeah.
That's crazy, man. Well, congrats on that. It's a big milestone inside the space. I know anybody building over
Especially
a year
these
right
days.
now.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially continuing to move on and build inside this market right now. It's not the easiest one to be in. So shout out to you guys for still being here and putting out new stuff for your community and having an active and engaged community. It's not always easy to do that, as you know. So this team showed up well. One thing that I forgot about, I don't know if we got a chance to, TJ, walking through your booth. We saw you guys at CNFT Con, but I don't think that we got a chance to officially meet when we were out there. TJ, did you stop in? Because I know I didn't get a chance to roll through officially.
I didn't get a chance to know. We walked by it though, for sure. We definitely admired
Yeah.
all the art and everything, but no, we didn't get a chance to actually officially meet there.
Yeah, you guys had a really neat booth though, and that was
Yeah.
something that really kind of stood out to us. I think we originally got turned on to you guys from Chronic and Chrissy.
Yep.
From Daily
Mhm.
Chronicles was the 1st
Mhm.
one, and that's how I think we were able to mint way back when last year. So that was really cool to get a chance to. And then I guess for anybody who doesn't know who you are, Markus, can you give a quick little intro for who you are, what Introverts is, and what you do for the team?
Sure, yeah. I'm Markus, co-founder of Introverts. I've been working mainly with mobile app development for the last like 12, 14 years, like since the early days of phones. I also have an IRL company, which is basically a mobile app, and we have more than 200,000 users. So
Oh wow.
I'll
Okay.
talk a little bit about that, because we want to bring mobile experience into Introverts and also help other projects too. I'll talk a little bit, but that's my background. And we founded Introverts. We started Introverts actually right after Clay Mint, right after Clay Nation minted. That's when we kind of started with the ideas,
Right.
because Clay Nation was really important for D-Nice
Yeah.
to actually start her interest in NFTs, because it's a female-led team, right?
Yeah.
And so they inspired her. Okay, I can do it too. And then we started with the ideas. I'm an introvert, like she's an introvert. She always wanted to create a club for introverts.
Okay.
So creating a collection that it's not only a collection, it's actually a startup, it's actually a company now. And to actually fill that role of, okay, introverts usually sometimes has a bad connotation, like the word, but it's not like that. It's actually the opposite. It's a superpower,
Yeah.
It can be seen as a superpower. So I think we've been a long way coming, man, and we are in a good spot right now. I think, considering the market, our volume is pretty decent, more than like 3.2 million volumes.
Yeah.
We have 1.5K holders, 4x on mint price, which is 206 ADA floor price. A lot of projects have been having harder time than us, and I think it's because mainly the concept that we're working on, like Introverts. Our brand is super strong for those who like our brand. So long-term potential, a lot of stuff can be done outside of Web3.
Yeah.
And also community, our communities, like everyone talks here, it's been amazing, man. And people have been understanding the market conditions, From now and then we got people leaving the project, things like that. And we just give them our hearts, man. It's like, we understand, Yeah. And I think that's the way to go. People will come, people will go, and you got to be there for a community. And also what's important is being here. So if you're a founder, if you're starting a project, you have to put your face out there. That will definitely help you in the long run. We do Twitter Spaces every week since our mint day. It's been a year. every week we've been there with our community, you know. So this also helps a lot. Yeah.
I was gonna say I see you guys in spaces all the time, which is huge for me. Not only for me, but I know the community in general. To see the founders, you know, showing their face and not showing their face, but just showing up and talking all the time about their project, what they're passionate about. Not even always talking about their project, just shooting the shit with other DGens and community members about what's going on in the space. So it's always cool to see
SNEK.
and hear. Exactly, from other founders in the space like that. So that's good.
No, I love that too. I think that, like you said, when you guys are tapped into the community too, it's good to like when, you know, it's one thing for like a founder to launch something and then kind of just be like this ominous like person, like the Great Oz or something that just works behind the scenes and they have this project. But when you guys are, like you said, down in the trenches, you're in these spaces, you know what's going on inside of that. It gives more confidence and it gives a little bit more, I guess, like realism to like your community that you guys are building. And it's kind of the opposite effect too of like the introvert, right? Where you guys are able to be out there and really put yourselves like, you know, forward.
I want to say, Tommy, it's almost something we get to see that kind of reverse side where like, because we are in this space and we do get to interact with so many people, when we see like communities show up, we see people when they want to hear about other projects, and Introverts is always one that we hear about. It's always one like, we want to hear more about Introverts. We want to see them on the show because you can kind of gauge, you know, from our side, like how many people do we hear talk about this project? How many people kind of approach us or want to hear more? And you're definitely one that we hear about a lot.
Absolutely.
100%. And a curious thing too, because I know like projects have evolved so much over the last year. You guys kind of label yourselves as like a global brand for like that blends art and technology. So bringing like experiences, I guess is like products and experiences, what you guys kind of put out there. Can you kind of like quick dive into what you guys mean by that?
Yeah, so especially meaningful experiences, right? I think that's really important. We did some talks here in some Cardano events here in Brazil. The team is from Brazil.
Yeah.
And we talked about NFTs with meaning, right? That's the first thing. Like when you're collecting something, it has to have a deeper meaning for you, right? Some people may find out, like for example, in Introverts, in their own brand, their name. It can also happen in the moment you're minting, the experience of minting, someone you meet in the community, but it has to have that emotional attachment, you know, and that's why we talk about meaningful. You saw the trailer. I don't know if everyone here in the stream saw it that we showed earlier, but you can see in our website, and it kind of shows that emotion, you know, that we want to pass on. And I think in Introverts, it makes a lot of sense to go that route, you know, a more emotional route of a way of making content, things like that. We do memes, we do a lot of fun stuff, but we also do meaningful stuff, you know. And I think that can be a really differential when you're looking for long-term investors, long-term holders, which is good for the project, you know. There are people who hold their Introverts, even if they sell, let's say they buy 4, they sell 3, they keep 1. They're attached to it, you know. So to create this effect is really important. This is the first thing, one of the things that I can tell you that we're looking for, creating an emotional connection.
Yeah. Oh, to tap into that too, I know she was over in the audience here, but D-Nice is your artist, and you said she was inspired from the Clay Nation, you know, to go out and put her own stuff out there. Has she been? It says here she's been an artist for an illustrator for huge brands and stuff, and shifted as, you know, to a full-time artist. Was this a collection as far as like the I guess almost like the humanish? I know the humans are tough PFPs to do sometimes, especially inside the NFT space. Was this something that was envisioned from the start, or was this something that was like, how did that concept work? And was that something that you two discussed, or was that her own vision?
Yeah, like we discussed a lot, man. And I think it went like from September, like October when it started until May. So this was like 7 months, 8 months, like just until the last week, like just crafting the collection. But we wanted to do from the get-go a human PFP. And I think the main inspiration, and I'd like to talk about Clay, is not even the collection, it's actually go there and do it, you know?
Right.
But as far as the art goes and the collection goes, if D-Nice had a lot of experience of creating illustrations and things for brands, like big brands in Brazil. And she was doing, like, for example, Mother's Day, illustration for a big brand, and then she would do illustrations for a post in their Instagram account with millions of followers. They would do something to put on the store, things like that, you know. So she always worked in this task where you have to, like, Mother's Day or important days, especially in the retail business, you know, and you have to draw, illustrate things that creates connection with the customer, like with the consumer. So, but in Introverts was actually the first time of her drawing characters. And I think me and her, we kind of, I brought the NFT expertise, because I've been in crypto since 2017, and I joined NFTs in Cardano like around July that year. So right before June, right after Space Buds and Cardano Bits.
Okay.
By the time like Cardano apes were minting, you know that?
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I explained to her like the collectability that the collection need to have in NFTs. How do you create a 5,000, 10,000 collection and keep the collectability really, really cool? Keep the experience of collecting really cool, you know? So we kind of clashed these two worlds, an artist creating something from her own world and the demand of the like the market of NFTs. And I think we nailed it, man, because Introverts had so diversity. Like if you go to the floor right now and you check Introverts, you're gonna see that even though there are like less than 5% listed, there's very different, and they look cool. You know, usually when you have less than 5% listed, like there's 350 introverts out of 6,858, and you got some cool ones there, you know. So it's really hard to achieve that. And this is because we spend a lot of time in this collection. And I talk about this with other project founders. I talk a lot with Stag Alliance founders and other projects that I'm minting. I think the thing that they need to focus the most is the collectability of their PFPs, like how, like even like we were even doing, for example, I downloaded JPEG Store, like I made JPEG Store, like a JPEG Store mockup, so I could see the floor, so I could see what like 20, 30, 40 NFTs would look like, and I put like random ones, you know. So that's how we were like taking care, I don't know if that's the word, but making sure that this collection is going to be a timeless collection, and it is. And like with all NFT collections of 5,000 or 10,000 NFTs, it's flaws. Sometimes the founder will look at a flaw. Actually, the community embrace some of those flaws, you know. They become memes, like the SNEK, for example, the SNEK token, or they become so. And that's the beauty of it, man. And I think now it's not in our hands anymore. Community is creating the value depending on what they buy, you know. So, and it's really fun to see. We have traits that are not that rare, but they are high priced or really difficult to find. So it's very cool to see that people buying not only for ranking, but buying because market, like it's really, they like that trait. So it creates a market for that trait bigger than other traits, not because of rarity, which is really cool when that happens.
Yeah, I think that's the unique thing about, like you said, collectibles is like the key word there, right? Where it's not that you have to go for the rarest one or the best. There's something that creates an emotional attachment to it. And then if there's other people, like subgroups, that's the best part about like sub DAOs, sub little groups that come out of these traits. And we see that quite often in good collections where they warrant that. So like, I know one of the big ones I always see too is like the tight hoodie over from Ore Mob. Everybody has a tight hoodie gang. They're even doing their little coin apparently. So there's fun things like that pop up, right? And the more that I keep looking at these, like you said, it'd be hard to like, be hard for me personally to kind of come out and be like, oh, that's really a rare trait right there, because everything is so unique in that sense. And I think that also goes like to and that's a good way about going and curating a collection for you guys. I mean, obviously, as you get higher and higher, I'm sure there's some that stand out, but this is like you said, I could scroll through this floor and I couldn't tell you if some of these that were priced higher than the lower ones, you know, if something's rare or not. So I love that about the project. It's always stood out. You know?
Yeah, and it's really like right now, if you look for rare traits, it's just like there's 350 listed. So
yeah,
that's actually a problem. Like I talk, people are like, oh, we are down on lists, and I say, guys, sometimes this is not good because people are not going to be able to get the cool ones, you know? Like
yeah.
So
it is a real problem. Even when if you come into a project later, you're coming in after the mint because you missed it. You start looking through, you're like, okay, I'd buy this one, but damn, I want these ones right here, and they're not for
yeah. So click on that one with the vampire, like that you were seeing there. So those ones are animated with music, right? So you click on the video, they have music that we did and slight animations, and this track of these are the Halloweens. We have the Halloween special in Introverts. And this track was made by the Good Charlotte. I forgot his name. Good Charlotte guy. Yeah, who made the thing with Clay too? Like he made some songs.
Yeah, Joel, or I don't know if it was Joel or not, but yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he has the collection in Cardano. I forgot his name. He's
Paul Thomas. Paul Thomas with Veggie maybe? No. Oh,
no. He has a vampire collection in Cardano.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I forgot his name. I just forgot. Anyway.
I'm in the same boat right now, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, so he made the song. So of course everyone knows Good Charlotte, and he made the track for Halloween. We made a track, and then we make 6 different cuts. Yeah. Billy Martin, thank you, not Billy. And then we make 6 different cuts for each of the NFTs, like with different mixing. So even though you got a Halloween NFT, it's one track, but it's different mixing in each of the NFTs. That's then cool. You got the Christmas one. Then you got also the paintings. There are 2 NFTs which are real paintings that we shown in CNFT Con. And yeah, man, it's just like we thought about paintings, we thought about music, animation. We thought about there's the seasons NFTs. If you type seasons. Those NFTs have multiple characters inside of it representing each season of the year.
Okay.
So if you just type on the filter, like on the trait filter, if you type seasons and you click on it, you're going to see there's an NFT with a lot of images inside it. Yeah. So click on any of them. So you can see this character in different seasons, right?
Oh wow! Okay.
So we've been through all 4 seasons because we are making a 1-year anniversary. So each season, we kind of upgraded the NFT with another one.
That's
and
cool.
So there's a lot of things happening in the main collection that keeps people engaged, and when someone new appears, it has a lot of cool things to discover and check for.
You know, I love that. I love the fact, I know a lot of them do the customizable stuff, but this, like you said, it's fun when you guys can go through a period of time, especially you're coming up on a year where you can kind of see, look back and remember a certain time in the collection because you're able to see that through the traits or through certain events and things like that. I know you guys have a thing called, it's cosmic points, right? Where essentially you can use these to upgrade your NFTs in a sense, and kind of change the way they look. So how just to kind of before I know we're going to talk about the portals and stuff like that and the artifacts, but how did the upgrades get introduced? Was that something always planned from the start, or was that something you guys kind of added in as the collection got going?
Yeah, so we always thought that we wanted some traits to have more variations. We didn't know how we're going to add that to the collection. But when we finished the collection, we said, there's so much more cool thing that we can do. And we don't want to create more introverts. We don't want to create variations of introverts or more supply of introverts. So how do we do that? And then we created upgrades, and we do it. It's not like, it's a bit similar than what raccoons do. You're familiar with raccoons?
Yep.
But raccoons, like, they have their upgrades as NFTs, and you attach them together. In our case, basically the clothes and some other traits can be upgradable, like those ones you're seeing there. And you open a ticket in Discord if you have that NFT. You pay with your C points and an 8 ADA, and we do the upgrade for you, and you get a bump in C points, more staking rewards, and also the variations in your NFT, always keeping your original as not as the main NFT, but in the same metadata, right? You keep your original.
Right.
So we don't alter metadata in the sense that it is not going to alter rankings.
Right.
But yeah, it's mainly a thing that will drive collection diversity. Like I told you before, this is really important. So for example, Viking tattoos, which it's already live. We're gonna start delivering the upgraded Viking tattoos this week. So when you click Viking tattoos, you're gonna see a lot of types of Vikings, you know? So yeah, it gives more diversity to the collection, and maybe that upgraded traits can appeal to another person, etc. So it's a way of getting more diversity in the collection while also creating some gamification, right? Which is cool. It creates a market dynamic. Like if you have an upgraded trait and you sell it, it has more staking rewards. So if you upgrade a trait, it's probably gonna worth more, like not in all cases, but it's probably gonna worth a little bit more because it's already upgraded.
Yeah.
Because it has more staking rewards, you know?
I love that you can modify that. That's cool.
That's huge. I love that so much, TJ. How do we,
without affecting the ranking at all? That's
not
dope.
paying enough attention, I think, in some of these, because that's something we talk about with a lot of projects, is keeping that experience going beyond past mint day, keeping people engaged while you're in those stages of development, but still kind of giving them something to, you know, eat and feed on and build off of. And also just the way you have it laid out with even the scheduling, where you can like look forward to it. You can get hyped about different ones, or hey, I'm not really into this one. I don't care maybe about the runes, but I want a spacesuit. Or if the other way around, I don't like space, but I'm super into those, you know, Viking shows on Netflix and History Channel. I want these rune tattoos. This is awesome. So the different community members all happy, and they can look forward to different things.
That's it, man. It's a lot about creating events. Like I see projects, like I look a lot in projects like Utes and even Bored Apes and all this Yuga Labs thing, and they are really good at creating events, like keep momentum going, you know. And I think upgrades helps that. Like we did live stream with Cardano Tour, shout out Cardano Tour, and we of course we did the Viking upgrade announcement in his stream, you know. And so yeah, there's a lot that can be done. Maybe the spacesuit, when we're going to do the announcement, we can think of something, some project, YouTube, something that I don't know, and launch that. So that's also for sure something that we think about, like having events throughout the year. Like we can't have a 3-month period where nothing is happening, you know?
Right.
So upgrades really help that. You're totally right. Yeah.
No, that's perfect. Did you, the Viking thing wasn't a collab with Thor, was it? Or somebody was asking over in chat.
Yeah. So the first Viking tattoos we actually made, Thor helped us make this, like talking about the runes, the meaning of the runes, because he actually, for those who doesn't know, he actually is a Viking. So he understands this, you know. So he helped us a lot. Like we did a contest in their Discord for people to vote on some of the ideas. So you can say it was a collab because he and his community helped us shape that Viking. But yeah.
That's awesome over there. And then shout out to J-Hub too, because he was over there. He said you guys had a great showing at CNFT Con. And I agree. I remember walking through, I just didn't get a chance to see. Do these, real quick, I'm back on these and we can kind of move on, but do the upgrades, can you stack upgrades at all? Like have a tattoo with like a mask trait or something like that? Do these do that?
This is going to happen soon because of masks. Okay. But yeah, we're going to announce more. It's just that because we don't want to promise anything, like we want to go like slowly, but there's a probability, like, since our roadmap for upgrades is up to date. I think we're going to be able to add a couple of more like this year that we were planning for last year.
Nice.
And yeah, but definitely there will be more. So yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah. Well, I know I see it moving over in chat over here about the upcoming app, and I know you touched on that. So in regards to that too, you guys do have non-custodial staking where you've got, I didn't realize you guys have 4 different staking partners over here, which is Ape Society, Dirtbird, Safari Squad, and Cardano Land. So you can earn 4 different types of tokens, all from your introverts, which is pretty good, pretty awesome. Which goes back to the fact that you guys have some great relationships inside the space too.
Some pretty big names, you know.
Yeah,
guys
right.
Pretty well known there. Ape Society, right. Dirtbirds, you know.
Right. Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Was it important for you to give utility outside of just the artwork itself? Was this something that kind of just to keep people engaged with this?
Yeah, for sure. I think the staking part, which is really curious, like we decided to not go with an on-chain token where people can trade for value. We just wanted the gamification part of that. We just wanted to make sure that the collectability got higher because of C points. That was the main goal.
Right.
At one point, we would do that we release a token at one point, but then we gotta have a lot of reason for people to use the token.
Yeah.
Right? For people to buy stuff with the token, which we'll have in the future. Okay. But yeah, so that's taking rewards, and of course having partners. And I met Dave from Derp in CNFT Con. We had a long talk there. Talk about like mainly because he was at the time like very stressed and struggling with the Derp upgrade art, and like Cosmo is one guy doing what Dirtbirds and Prads.
Yeah.
So that's just crazy. They have like crazy timelines. So, but in Introverts, we did something. We created an art team. So since we're going to create a lot of art assets, like upgrades, and we have achievements that are art pieces, we have artifacts, things like that. We also have 3 other people working with D-Nice to make sure we have high standards of art, but also can deliver stuff that we want. Like Introverts art is really, it's really hard to make, in a sense that it's almost like 3D, but painted by hand, you know?
Right.
So in a lot of collections, like I love chilled Kongs, not saying that, but let's say chilled Kongs, you like the coloring part and the part of like doing shadows is just, you know, you click and you feel that that area with paint, you know. In Introverts, it's all like you have to paint everything and all the shadows and texture and things like that, you know. So D-Nice chose a really hard way to do a collection. So everything we need to do, which is great because it's unique, right? It's kind of like Clay in a sense. When Clay have to do something new, they have to build everything, you know, like it's not that easy to create those things. In a sense, ours is in 3D, you have a lot of things that are already there. Like you have a lot of assets that you can buy and things like that. So yeah, I think having an art team for us is working great. We made that shift in the end of last year. And man, we have a lot of stuff to release. You're going to see soul portals and a lot of different types of art. And yeah, we just want to add into the Introverts universe that we call Inner Cosmos, in a sense that we create more experiences, more collectability for the system. For the future, we want to create an ecosystem, right? Where people are going to be able to, in the future, craft their own art, their own NFTs inside their ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
I think similar than what happens in Ape Society, where you craft like items, but in our case, it's going to be different. So we're aiming for that in the future. We don't see ourselves like making more big NFT sales anymore. You are going to craft your NFT. So depending on what introverts you have, what portals you have, what artifacts you have, you're going to be able to craft more rare NFTs, craft something that only you are going to be able to get. So this idea comes a lot from Final Fantasy, from traditional RPGs, where you go into quests and the only way to get that item is to go through that quest, and to go to that quest you need certain things, so we're going kind of that direction in the future for the collectability part. Okay.
Yeah.
Do the upgrades and items carry over if someone sells that NFT? Like if you had the NFT and you bought those upgrades for it, do they go with it, or do the upgrades stay with the person that purchased it? Okay.
Yeah, it's on chain, right? We basically update the metadata, and we put the image, and we add images in the NFT, and also we change the description. So our system tracks the description to give staking rewards. That's how the mechanic works. So in the description of upgraded NFTs, you're going to see +2 C points daily. So our system is going to read this description and give you 2 more C points, so, and it's on chain. So basically you're reading on chain data to check if an NFT has that description or not, to give more staking rewards. So, but yeah, everything is on chain. When you sell, it goes to the other person.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, we'll kind of pivot over here. So artifacts are the new thing over here, and I didn't realize the breakdown of these over here. So you've got 4,000 of them, and these all will unlock secret powers to the inner cosmos, like you just explained. And they're all unique with different levels of rarity. So the first one up that we're talking about, obviously today, is the soul portals that are coming out, like you said, the 18th and 19th. Can you give a quick little just brief overview of artifacts, and then we can kind of maybe take a look over at some of the soul portals?
Yeah, sure. So artifacts is first of all a collection that are not PFP, not introverts. So for those who are worried about like us creating more introverts, like supply, we're creating a collection that's going to have its own little utility for owners of any of the artifacts, but also they're going to be really important for our future ecosystem, especially for you to craft NFTs in the future. Okay. And you're going to craft these NFTs using C points, things like that. Pretty similar to what you see in Ape Society ecosystem and other. Ape Society is not the first one to do that. There's other NFT projects that does that too. So what's important here is inside each of these collections, for example, soul portals, there's a trait called portal, which is going to have around like 25 to 30 different portals. This is a collection, and you can show the website later on, the soul portals hot site. This is a collection where it has different traits. Every piece is different. Okay. So introverts is going to interact differently with each different portal. Kind of each portal is a different quest. Okay. So each of the 25 to 30 portals is a different quest. So when you go through a quest, you come back with something, right? So that's the idea, soul portals. And then you got wild spirits, which is totally different. Those are going to be fantastic creatures that we're bringing into Introverts universe. We call the inner cosmos. So the artifacts idea, the whole thing in the video that you saw, it's not that much related to introverts. It's related to the inner cosmos, which is the universe that lives inside us.
Right.
So when you think about introverts, they're super connected to the inner self, right? So that's why we created the inner cosmos. And this is a magical place that maybe you access them through dreams. And maybe there are other ways to access that place, and it's kind of subconscious, but also conscious at the same time. And we want to dig deep on that, on your mind and what it can be able to create. And each one of those quests, each one of those artifacts are going to be also are going to also touch in I don't want to say life lessons, but important messages. Like I was saying in the beginning, meaningful experiences. So each one of those quests are going to be meaningful for you in its own way to create that emotional connection, right? So and artifacts is, so it's divided in 4 drops. The 3 first drops, like you see here, soul portals, white spirits, and oracles, are going to spread throughout the year. So we're going to have 3 big minting events this year. And the last one is an airdrop for the holders of the ultra rare. Remember that we were seeing the music one, the video NFTs, the with music, with video, the Halloween. Those are called ultra rare. There are only 58 in Introverts collection, which are the ultra rares. It's the number 1 to 58 in the, not in ranking, like the number of the NFT. So 0001 to 0058. Those are the 58 ultra rares. If you got any of those, you're gonna get an airdrop of this special ultra rare that we're gonna announce what's gonna be in the future. It's gonna be awesome. Cool. And yeah, each one of those are gonna interact different. So portals is gonna be this journey in through the portals and etc. Wild Spirit is gonna be a different thing. And Oracle is going to be a different thing too.
Nice.
You know? So yeah.
Well, perfect. I think I'll pull us perfectly into the actual soul portals that you guys have minting over here. I know we saw that trailer at the beginning of the thing, which, by the way, was that done by the illustrators and stuff as well from the team?
No, yeah, that was done like D-Nice, and also the guy who did that was the guy who did also for Chilled Cons. I don't know if you guys saw Chilled Cons Magic trailer.
Yes, yep.
Yeah, so since Chilled Con is a project from Brazil, like we know the founders too, so we saw they were creating that, and we found out about the artist. So we worked together with him to create this with D-Nice, of course. But the style, that's what's cool. Like introverts can be portrayed in different styles, and it's okay. Like this is more like a cell shade, kind of like a Zelda Wind Waker version of the introvert. Absolutely. But we're going to have a 3D version. We're going to have other versions too, and that we're going to create. So yeah, there's not an official way of portraying an introvert. You know, you're going to see in different ways. Maybe we have a comics of introverts that is totally like more Japanese vibe, you know, more.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say I got like an anime vibe too, and I love it. It's very well done.
Yeah.
Like Tommy, you're saying, so, like a movie or a show, definitely.
Yeah, so we can go that route, you know, and yeah, I'll talk a little bit about stuff that we're making with the community later on. But yeah, what I wanted to tackle on is the art on soul portals, right? Just for people to see, because a lot of people get confused, like because it's called artifacts, people relate to the relics from Mattered Order, which is all the same, right? So that's not, it's just like the name of the whole thing, but we're calling it individual soul portals, and you can go below there and you can click on different soul portals.
Those are also well done. They look like literally like images of posters that you can buy and print out yourself. They look really good.
They remind me of the ones like the glow in the dark ones you would get, like
backlight stuff in the room. Yes, 100%.
Yeah, like you can bring these alive in a sense like that. Well, I love that the difference in all of them too. Like a lot of
really like these,
the traits and things like that. I know we were just talking about this one earlier before we got on stream over here because you had the snakes sitting up there. So yeah, so all these are all different NFTs over here. They're all different traits, or they're randomized, or is anyone still the same? Okay.
Yeah, and when you see them all next to each other, you're gonna see, you start to realize what the traits are. Like for example, click the first one. You can click on it, so you can see below there's the stairs. Now click the next one. So yeah, you can see there's the spaceports, and then the below. So that's a trait right there, like the bridge. So that below, it's a trait, you know.
Got it. Okay.
And there are different traits throughout the collection, but this was really like we're working on that idea, that concept since like August last year, and we had to reboot at January, but all the traits idea, everything was done like by January, and then we kind of decided to redraw everything in a different style using the different artists with D-Nice, And I think we managed to get into something that it will like people from other chain will look and said, wow, that's like, it looks like one-on-one art, in Cardano, and we don't have that much. So I think it's really cool to have something different in the space, that is not PFP, that is not what everyone is doing. And we are making this as an utility, a gamifying experience into the Introverts collection,
Right.
So
it reminds me a little bit of Aeonium Sky as art. I don't know if you're familiar, but they're
different color scheme, but I can see the style you're saying.
But like there's
no,
so
I hear
much
you're saying.
going on. Yeah,
no, I agree, absolutely.
But with Aeonium Sky, right? They're all the blocks are all the same, right? They're all the same static image, or not static, but same image over there. And these, right? So you have different traits that can be minted. So there's always going to be a different one over there, even if some of them will look similar. So I love that right there. But yeah, like you said, they're so different compared to anything. They are.
I like them a lot.
I love this.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say over here, because you guys mentioned about being able to do them as like canvases or posters and things like that. And I was going to say, it would literally like be such a perfect way to go about. You could easily do that on like the wall and stuff like that.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, we actually have a company in talks, like in the US, who can. They already printed one of them, like for us. It's actually from a holder. So these things are really cool, right? They have a printing, they work in a big printing company, and they wanted to launch in the NFT market to actually print PFPs and books and things like that. So it was perfect with what we wanted. But those files are going to be super high resolution. Like each one of those files, like each one of the image has like 70 megabytes, just one image. Oh wow! Like, of course, we're gonna put this as attachments in the NFT, not as the main one. Otherwise, it's gonna be slow for you to
Tommy's
browse.
computer.
Yeah, but it's gonna be there like a high resolution version that you can easily print in big canvas or make whatever you want.
You guys need to partner up with the Mallet Order.
I was going to say
the print shop, and they talk to Demosthenes about that.
Man, I like, of course, I love Mallet Order, and I've been trying to get a call to talk about that with Demos, but unfortunately, it was near New York.
NFT NYC.
Yeah, NFT NYC, and he was like everywhere, like super busy. But yeah, definitely that's something. I don't know when they're going to be live, but definitely that's something.
That would make perfect sense.
They got some delays there, but
Absolutely.
if it's from the community, man, it's much better.
Yeah, them and another person too. I don't know who they use, but Trixon over from Old Money, they do like 4 foot wide canvas, or not canvas prints, with poster prints of the bills.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then people hang those up. And I don't know where he does it. Somewhere, I think in France, somewhere where he's from. But I know they're really cool when you see stuff like that, just like printed at large, especially something that you got like an emotional attachment to. I think that's the really cool part about the NFT connected to like reality. So just I guess for everybody who's watching, or if anybody's dialed back in, shout out to Chad and everybody, Osai, Crawfish, and everyone, Dusty Death, all you guys hanging out over here. So these soul portals that are minting, they're a lower supply, right? So you guys didn't go for a huge supply. I think 1,314 of them, right?
Yeah.
Was that always designed that way, or was that in response to maybe the market conditions currently?
So the idea was to make around 3,000 to 4,000 artifacts NFTs and launch this year. That was the idea. But then in the beginning of the year, we decided to divide this mint into different parts and spread it out throughout the year. And I think it was great because it creates different events, right, from your community. Yeah. And so I think the supply right now, it's a number that was chosen mostly because the way that we wanted to allocate some of the whitelist for holders, but also letting some new people join in. Let's say if you can get 100 people, 150, 200 people into this mint, that would be amazing, So around 10% of the supply, 10 to 20% of the supply is allocated to new people.
Nice.
Okay. So of course, if you are a holder, even if you are a holder, it's hard to get. It's not that easy to get because there's 6,858 introverts and only 1,314. So we made it a very cool thing that everyone that is watching here can try. And just mention that you were in Freedom 39ers, 35ers stream, and we're gonna look with care. There's a form in that web page. There's a link. If you go up, there's an application form that you can apply for whitelist. So click on that.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really easy, and we want to get to know you better. So you can go through that form. Like, it's really fast. So type your username, and then we're gonna ask for. This actually gonna be cool for you to fill it up. So what's your Discord username?
Oh, we're gonna pull. It's funny.
You can skip this one. You can skip this one.
I'm over here. No, we're gonna make it. We're gonna. No, we'll do our actual.
Okay.
We're gonna do this over here. We got you guys. We're committed.
You got it, Tommy?
Yes,
that's cool. That's cool. Right. So by filling up this form every week, we're picking new people from the form. And so, do you currently hold any introverts? No, you don't. How long have you been in the Cardano NFT space? Since forever.
Yeah. Right.
What are some of the favorite projects you hold?
Let's go with some of our top faves over here. Let's do the three faves.
Of course, I saw the matchup, the tournament that you guys did.
Oh yeah.
The other day, Malador won, right? So, yeah.
It was a split between the actual us as far as the presenters, and then the community vote was a little bit different.
Yeah, and man, Block Owls made it far, right? It was also really cool to see. Block Owls, which is an amazing project.
Joking.
Yeah, so we ask a few questions. I think it's 5 questions, like what do you identify the most with introverts? What do you identify the most with the inner cosmos? Like, do you like sports, music? What do you like? And
Tommy made
what
it
you
sound
think
way
you can,
cooler than that.
What you think you can contribute that would improve introverts community? Maybe you have a skill set, maybe not. Maybe you can dance. Maybe you can write poetry. I don't know.
There you go.
And that's it. And then every week we're looking at entrants and selecting like 10, maybe more, in our Introverts Chill Space every Wednesday. We announce that in Discord. So fill that up, join our Discord, and maybe you get a whitelist. So that's a really cool way. And of course, we're going to have collaborations here today. We're also giving 5 whitelist spots to people that are watching here. I don't know how we're going to do that, but at one point
we do a fun game called Keyword over here.
Okay.
So we'll have you pick a keyword on the private chat backstage, and we can run those 5 over there. So the mint is happening on the 18th. I'm assuming that's for the whitelist, and then the 19th for the red. How does that work? How does the mint process work?
Yeah, if you can scroll the screen there, there's the breakdown there. Yeah. So we're going to start the mint on Thursday because we wanted to give like big windows for the holders, right?
Yeah.
And to give like a 8-hour window for one type of holder and 8-hour window for other type of holder, then our day is gone. So we kind of do in a way where the masters and prouds and team and mods will mint Thursday night.
Okay.
And then the next day we actually start the whitelist mint, and then the non-holders mint. There's like a big chance that we don't have public because it's a small collection.
Right.
And so there's a chance we don't have public. So holders. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so we can't mint in SNEK.
Yeah.
No SNEK purchases. No.
Honestly, you might want to accept SNEK as a payment system the way that thing's been moving lately.
Oh my God! And the price is like it's 40 ADA for holders, but you have to pay C points. So it's 40 ADA plus 2,000 C points.
Yes.
Or 88 ADA for if you are a non-holder. So even if you are a non-holder, it's a pretty affordable price, 88 ADA. And if you want to join Introvert right now, you can buy an introvert mint for 40 ADA. People will donate your C points. There's a lot of C points whales in our community that are gonna donate C points for you.
Nice.
And it, like, you can see an introvert's price that is really like, for introvert's price to fluctuate like 40 ADA down.
Yeah.
It's really, we've been holding strong that 200 for a long time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it can be also something cool. Like maybe you get a whitelist, you grab an introvert's mint for it. Worst case scenario, you're gonna sell for basically the same price you pay, or accept a collect offer for the same thing, you know. So that's also something you can do. But yeah, and I think we're making a lot of how can I say that, a lot of reasons for holders to keep and collect portals, right? Like I say, we're gonna have around 24 different portals. So if you are a degen in introverts, you definitely can go for all the different types of portals, you know, or maybe get the ones you resonate the most. So this will be cool to see, right? We got different portals with different outcomes, different quests. So it's kind of, each portal can give you a different outcome in the future when you're crafting NFTs in introverts. Like I told you before, we want in the future, we see us people making their own NFT and crafting, not us selling assets, you know?
Yeah.
And by doing that, of course, we have to sustain ourselves, like with ADA, but we're gonna have like small taxes, like we do in the upgrades today. We charge 8 ADA, right? For every time you do an upgrade. So those things that you do here and there, and keep people active, crafting NFTs, using C points, paying a little bit of ADA for each time they create a new NFT, also helps team to get funds, you know. So it's a cool way. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. And I love that you answer all the questions too that everybody always has. It's like, why do another collection? Why do this? Why do, and you guys have got all this right here. Yeah, I think you're charging a fair price, like you said, for the especially for the people who are in your community there. You know, you're giving them for 32 to 40 ADA, plus the points that they can easily attain from staking their stuff or just participating in Discord. So that's I love that about you guys. I think, like I said, when you're in tune with your community, you guys kind of understand what, you know, the sentiment that people are feeling right now. I think that goes a long way to build like those lasting relationships with them. I did want to ask about, I just saw you take a sip on that. What's the merch? Somebody mentioned that the stay home club.
Stay home club. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got all that in the website. This mug here is really special because we make this in the south of Brazil. It's actually one of a kind. We're gonna be in NFT Las Vegas this year. I'll give you some to you guys.
Oh, dope.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, but this one actually we sent from Brazil. Those are really, really good, man. I used that. I found this brand and I bought like a common one, like a white one. Use it for a year. It's perfect. And then, man, we gotta make our mug like that. Otherwise, we're not gonna have a mug. I only want a mug if we make with that quality. I gave one to Charles. Yeah, I gave one to Charles Hoskinson, the CNFT Con.
That's awesome.
Also, I think Cardano Thor got his block. A lot of people got, but you can go on the website and buy. Right now, it's gonna take a little bit for us to send, but yeah. And also, since you put like the Cosmic Shop, I want to talk about Introverts Makers, which is something that we release later on. We're doing something in Introverts. This is not on the roadmap. We decided to do that because we were looking at, I'm always looking, like I told you, on blue chip projects like Yuga Labs and D-Gods and like the Utes, the big projects out there. Yeah. And what they have in common, like you can put a kid called Beast there too, which is a great project. Not as blue chip as the other ones, but it's a great project. What they have in common is communities building things and is actually building with the IP, right? You don't see that much in Cardano except for this or the other project. So we're starting a movement in our community called Introverts Makers, where we're gonna enable and try to get people together to create with our IP. And the first thing that we're doing is opening our merch so people can create designs. We're going to sell for them and they keep the profits. So awesome. If you are a creator, if you have an idea for a shirt, for a cap, for a hoodie, like this one here, using the Introverts IP, We're going to have like a Discord system for that. People are going to get together to create designs. People can use each other's PFPs and give, like, let's say I'm going to use your PFP and I can give you a split of the profits. So we're making Introverts Makers. We are launching this soon. And the first thing we're going to do is opening the shop, so holders get the profits for whatever they create in sale with our IP. And we're doing more stuff with that too, right? We can do books, we can do all sorts of things.
Yeah. I love that right there, especially if somebody's got a good idea, they're creative, they're talented, and what a way to have a platform to maybe not get, normally they wouldn't be able to do that or get a good audience to it, and you guys are able to bring that to them. So I love that. It's always giving back to the community and building it through them. So big shout out to them. Shout out to Blake over there showing up in chat tonight.
Shout out Blake.
Hope you're feeling better over there, man.
You have your mug, Blake. You have your mug.
Yeah, there you go. So Marcus, we'll do like I said, we're doing the keyword over here. We like to play a little game in the private chat. If you want to give a word or a phrase, whatever it may be, we can go ahead and do that. And we got 5 whitelists to give away tonight for the Soul Portals mint that happens on the 18th and the 19th. So even if you guys don't hold an introvert over there, Marcus, they'll be able to mint one of these for 88 ADA, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Yeah, you're gonna get a spot in the whitelist. There's a chance we don't get public, like I said. Like right now, if all holders mint, we only get 150 people left for whitelist, and we are almost over allocated, and we have people from the forum. So right now it's gonna be that there's a probability we're gonna mint out before public. So whitelist is really good. Yeah.
Awesome. There you go. I love this. Blake, right on time for the giveaway. But we always have Blake's won a couple of these over there. But let's run Marcus, if you have a keyword or something on the backstage you want to type in.
You can do portals.
That's fine. And you got an early don't type that yet, chat, so we can get that in the system over there.
Got it in there.
You got it in portals?
Yeah.
Okay, with an S. So guys, if you want to go ahead and enter into this, the key phrase is going to be !portals. And that'll get you entered. We'll do 5 winners for this over here. So again, if you hold an introvert, this will be a reduced mint price. He's like the hamburger. Stop. But yeah, no, Marcus, is awesome to get a chance to hear about this. And honestly, I don't know what I've been doing about sleeping on introverts more. It's just like, when you get in those moods of like you've been to project and then you just move on and like you always see them, but you're like, I'll get back to it. And then it just needs to take something like this to kind of pull you back in. And I'm so glad we got a chance to get a chance to talk.
And then two things I want to talk about. Each one of you guys, I'm going to give you 1 introvert for each one of you here. Okay.
Oh,
wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, you send your wallets in the Discord chat that we have. And also I wanted to talk briefly where we get the names here. Of course you're gonna get whitelist too. So the introvert and the whitelist.
Definitely plan on minting, for sure.
Portals, 100%. And then you join our Discord, you say, I don't have enough C points, can someone help? Someone will appear and give you C points. Okay.
Love it.
Okay, so I wanted to talk briefly before I kind of end here about the app. And this is something that it's really a passion of mine, to have a mobile app for Introverts project. But we decided to do in a way that it's going to be easy for us to make apps for other projects.
Okay.
So, and we're going to charge other projects in Introverts. So similar to what Mutants do with their staking system, right? They charge in Mutant NFTs. So, of course, there's going to be another price in ADA too, but mostly this maybe some whales in the after we launch, some whales will start to buy the floor, probably because we have an app project coming from a specific project, NFT project. And the first project that we have, and I'm going to share screen. Can I share screen?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. The first project that we have is Mutants. So we're going to do, Mutants is going to be the first project that we're going to do an app for them. So this is, let me show you here. This is what is in a Cosmic paper. We released that in January, okay? So basically, with our app, we want to enhance the experience of collecting NFTs, right? So the first thing that we're going to do is going to be really easy to browse collections and see all your holdings in one place in a really easy to use way. Even if you have multiple wallets, what we're doing, we're connecting Discord. So you don't need to collect your wallets. You just log in with Discord, and all your holdings are there, because we already do this with Discord, right? And we figure out like we can also sync with CNFT tools, because they do a bunch of servers, and we can get the same thing. So as we integrate with more hold verification services like CNFT tools, we can basically do really easy with a login with Discord, and it pulls out your holdings, right? Also, we can do custom filters. So we're gonna, you can filter your collection by the amount of CP rewards, like you see here, which you cannot do in market. Like say Mallard order, you want to filter by the amount of room it gives you a day, so you can do that. I know there's some people doing Chrome extensions for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's a cool feature. I think the main thing here is how bad mobile is for Cardano today.
Yeah.
Like it's not good. And NFTs as a whole, or crypto as a whole, is not there. So we want this to be something that, let's say you want to show your collection to someone. Like today is really bad to do that. Like sometimes you end up opening your pool PM and showing your pool PM, right? Which is not the ideal experience to show someone what are NFTs. So with our app, it's going to be really cool. It's like you're showing an actual collection, like digital collectibles, not like NFTs. Like I'm talking about that, don't get me wrong, but the perception of the outside people, when they see that. So they're going to see, oh, this is the collectibles, this is the collection that I collect, and then there's other collections, other apps. But yeah, and you can also see other holders' achievements if they permit their holdings too. So we have an achievement system where you're going to see that people have, for example, if you've been to CNFT Con and you hold an introvert, you got airdropped an NFT. So that's an achievement. Also, we have a collage generator that we're going to have in our app. Today, we have this really cool thing in our Discord, and I'm going to show you briefly here, called Art Gen. And we made this, I made this with Master of C2. Let me show you some examples, which is a really cool way for you to show your introverts. So if you have a set of 8 introverts, you just type inner cosmos set and it creates that. It shows each introvert and it creates that. If you want to do a pair, you just type pair, the number of the NFTs, and it creates that cool thing here. You can also create trios like this one here.
So you can do in the Discord, right?
That's in Discord, yeah. But we're gonna have more styles in the app, more customizable. But in the Discord, you can also have something like have a glimpse of what that is like. Of course, we have more styles in Discord. So, but you see people here. So when we have a raid, something happening, people go here, they type trio or they type their cosmos and they save it to raid, right? So we're gonna have this in the app too. And also our raid platform, which is something that we launched a couple of months ago. It's gonna also be integrated in the app. So really easy for you to see what tweets are being rated, to rate a tweet. And of course, we're going to have a whole notification system customized for the collection, right? And then here you can see that this app can be mutant app, and we can also do all kinds of things, and projects can have their own branded app. So that's the idea for the app. Let me show you some, because I showed last stream that I made. I showed some screens of the app and people were asking me, why haven't you showed this before? Let me show this here. So this is actually an example of you seeing a collection and then activity. It's all synced blockchain, like JPEG Store API and what's the Django API. And then here you have an example of like your staking rewards. So it's kind of like a bank account that you see like your balance and your past transactions. And then you have a place where you can learn more about the traits, because we have trait-based rewards, right? Just like, for example, Mallard Order has. So if you have the dragon backdrop and the NFT, it gives you more 60 points. Also some analytics. So yeah.
Was this all in the plans when you guys first decided to make the project or the business, or that you just gotta expanded and kind of moved along with the space? What you saw what was going on in the shift?
Yeah, so having an app was always in the plan. What we figured out is other projects might want to in the future. Not now, because right now it's like everyone is holding and surviving. Everyone is in survival mode. People don't want to spend anything. They're asking for discounts and staking system, right? Which is so it's like everyone is survival mode right now.
Yeah.
But I think in the future, having mobile apps, I think Azuki, which is a great project in Ethereum, if you guys doesn't know, it's going to launch a really cool mobile app really soon. So yeah, I think it's just enhanced experience, man, and it's also much easier for people to onboard new people with the app, because even if you are a non-holder, you can download the app and browse the collection custom made for that,
right?
Custom made for introverts. So you're going to have all the information that you have, for example, in your website, in your Discord, tailored into the app, shown beautifully, explaining everything that I'm explaining here to you guys. In the app, so you can just download the app and learn about that collectible, so yeah.
No, that app looks amazing. Like you said, it when you try to bring it to your real world friends, like, hey, check out this collection I've got, and you're like, hold on, let me click on this website, and then you got to go here, and then I'm going to click into it, right? It's just
too many clicks.
There's you lose them after that point. So if you can pull up the app and be like, hey, look at what I got here, and you can see all the details of it, and then on top of that, not only do that for your collection, but you can bring in other collections as well. I love that idea, and like you said, it's helping grow the space. So really, really cool stuff. I love the API and stuff that you guys have for that. So, TJ, I think we've got a bunch of portals over in chat. I think we're ready to run that giveaway.
Yep. Whenever you guys ready.
All right.
5 of them, right?
You got five of them, and TJ, do you want me to type, or do you got it?
I can. Well, yeah, I can do it. Ready?
The name winners? I can do it.
3, 2, 1. First
Good
one.
luck, everyone.
Curly Knox, congrats.
There he is.
Fixed.
This is fixed over here.
Next one, number 2, Meek Vision, another MFer.
There you go. He said, will this app get him a girlfriend? I don't know, but it got you a whitelist over here.
Shax, congrats.
Oh, wow. Everybody just rolling into the chat over there. Shout out to Shax over there, becoming part of the Her Monsters team as well.
Papilio Carter.
There you go. That's number 4.
Your name.
Papilio.
Simo BK.
And is that number 5? I think so, right?
Simo
BK. Perfect. Congrats to all the winners over there. So what we can do is, if you guys are not in the F35 Discord, that should be pinned at the top of this chat here. You can go ahead and either message TOMMY or Lazy T, one of us. We have the podcaster Rolling Green over in our Discord. Shoot us over a screenshot of your YouTube name or even a screenshot of the chat with your username over there. We'll confirm and we'll send it over to to Marcus and the guys. And then what we'll do is they need to be obviously over inside the Introverts Discord as well. So please make sure that you guys are there, and so they can grant you that role, and then kind of take it from there.
I'll link their Discord now.
Awesomeness. Guys, a random question. Who are you cheering for today, or you don't care? Golden State Warriors or Lakers?
Ooh. I honestly don't care, but...
I don't have a loyalty to any of them. If anything, we're going Miami Heat. We're down in Florida. Yeah, we're down in Florida.
We're going with Lakers today then.
You going Lakers? Okay. There you go. We got but yeah.
I do like Steph Curry though. I'm not gonna lie.
If I had to go, I'd go Golden State as well.
Just like the best player in the league. No big deal, TJ.
Yeah.
He's a big name. I wouldn't say he's the best.
Dead or Marvel Studios. Like those little small nerd things no one's really into.
Yeah.
He's a shooter. I love to see the shooter shoot,
Who, Marcus, how about you?
He said Lakers.
And I'm a diehard Lakers fan.
Are you really?
And right now, for those who doesn't know, it's actually the game is live. I'm leaving it here on the side.
Yeah.
It's the playoffs, and Lakers is winning 2-1. Golden State Warriors are the defending champions. So it's a cool game. Usually the refs make it go 2-2, you know? So you get
they got to keep the people, the money.
Yeah. But let's see. Build
up the hype, right? No, that's awesome. And Marcus, we appreciate you talking introverts tonight here with us. And congrats to all the winners. Definitely looking forward to that. And thank you so much for the generous gifts and stuff. It's been great to get a chance to catch up with you on those. And then on top of that too, like I said, we're dialed in a little bit to the community. So it would only be fitting maybe to kind of talk about a little bit of the things going on inside the space. One of them that we can't get away from over here is, of course, is SNEK.
SNEK.
Everybody's a fan of SNEK at this point, and it's transcended the meme at this point. It has taken over the Cardano blockchain. It has made its way into other blockchains, and it's got people's attention. Even BitBoy Crypto has mentioned it in his recent video. What are your thoughts, initial impressions of SNEK? And you said that you heard about the pre-sale, but you didn't get a chance to get in. Did you ever get anything? Did you ever get some exposure to it?
Yeah, so because Master of C is a dev in Introverts, Master of C is the dev of SNEK.
Yeah.
So Master of C is a dev of Chilled Kongs. He's also like, he made the whole C point system we made together, and the raid system, like the nano points that you see in Chilled Kongs today. Yep. It's based on the C points. It's the 99% the same system, but it's rebranded to nano points. So I've been talking to Master of C's more than a year since we first started working together, and I heard about it through Goofy, through him. I didn't manage to get in the pre-sale, but I got like around 1,000 ADA really early, and I'm 20x on it.
Nice.
But I'm not like, because it's Master of C, I just and Rami is also a big holder of SNEK. Like Rami holds 100 introverts. If you don't know Rami, he's a big whale in the space. He holds a bunch of it. And I just asked them, say, guys, when you sell, just tell me. Like, I'm not, because the problem is the mental health, man. Checking the charts 100%. Every time. You kind of lose your life a little bit. It can be an eternal gamble. It can be like you were in a casino forever, because you see the ups and downs, and then you got bad, and maybe you're going to sell it. So since I got an early entry and I'm cool with it, even if it goes down and I lose, like, I'm cool with it. I just said, like, Master C, let me know when we reach certain market cap and it's good to sell. Because the reality is, I think most of the team there is probably, not the team, but the big holders is probably going for all in on a huge market cap, you know?
100%. We saw, what's his name? Ron Swanson over there dropped 100,000 ADA on a buy for that. So, like, this is crazy.
We had 150K buy ADA today.
I saw that. I did see that as well. Well,
mental.
You know what the crazy thing is? I was looking back at our live stream last Monday when we were getting into it, and I think I had roughly at that time maybe 55 million of it, because I got in on the pre-sale. And I sent 250 ADA in, and it got me 83 million SNEK. And I took my initial investment out right away, which is dumb in hindsight, but of course you would never know where this would go. And since then, though, I think they were roughly maybe 2,000 holders last Monday, and we're up to 5,223. Their Twitter has jumped from all the way up to 8,000 plus. They're going insane. Like you said, the raids right now, if you type SNEK in on Twitter, you're getting ridiculous amount of likes, engagement, and stuff like that. And it's gotten to the point now where, like you said, it's transcended the Cardano blockchain, and everywhere you go, you see the word SNEK somewhere. And the chart, honestly, it blows my mind looking at this, because every time I think there's going to be a pullback, it just says, no, we're going to keep running. And it's if you zoom out a little bit on this and really take a look at it, it's been kind of crazy to watch, and almost kind of just in awe I was like, when's it gonna stop?
I just checked my like 55 million I could have had if I did my slippage right, dude. I would have like 22,000 ADA right now. I'm gonna shoot myself.
There's
God.
Well, that's
shit. Hop back in, TJ. Even
okay.
When it's already up all the time.
No, I did. I got back in last night. What I'm saying, like from that initial, like I was there, not the pre-sale, but I was there like 20 minutes after it went live for the public, and I didn't set my slippage properly, and it just completely. It was still pending all night long. So I had to redo the order.
I did the same thing. I had another 258 to buy back in because I thought the same thing, and I didn't have the slippage set high enough, and I didn't get my order filled. And I was like, I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to put it in, and the rest is history. But I think if anything, what this has done is got people who may have not interacted on the DeFi side of things yet, or interacted with some of these DEXs and things like that. It's got them interested, and it's forced them to kind of learn. Especially the people who, like, we went through this in the 2021 thing, like we were talking about the other day with SafeMoon. Like that's literally what got us. Like we started, all three of us, back in 2017 as well, back on Binance. We were trading XRP, Tron, Ethereum, a bunch of different things. Didn't catch Cardano until summer of 21. But what got us reignited back from 2017 was the SafeMoon, the run with all the meme coins and everything like that over on the Binance Smart Chain, right? We were in our trust wallets. We were just sending back and forth, Mooncoin, Moon Boys, whatever it was, right? You were just trying to jump on the next train. And this feels like we started obviously with Pepe, and you've seen some of the other ones that have gone crazy over on the Ethereum blockchain. And now this was the first one that really stuck. We had Dean, we had Per, and there was a couple others. But SNEK was the one that really got everybody up and, really rallied around it. And because it was an organic meme inside the Cardano community. And on top of that, you put a good community member there, a fair launch that's similar to Pepe, and the rest was kind of history from there. And now it feels like you can't get away from Twitter right now without seeing a new meme coin pop up. And I've seen people over here talking about Pepe Blue. You talking about Don't Give a Fuck Today, DGAF. There's so many new ones popping up. There was shit from Hosky. There was I don't even know, man. There's so many of these that are coming up, and I mean,
it's concerning though that there's so many coming up though too, because a lot of them now are going to be rugs. Unfortunately, people are just going to send their ADA away, and they're not going to see it ever again. They're not going to see anything from it. We already saw one, I think, rug today, or maybe it was yesterday, that they took all the ADA and they just deleted their Twitter.
There's like PP was one. There's a few. There's Not Gonna Make It that was in there. I don't know, man. What are your thoughts on this?
On that FOMO, right? Because everyone right now is like, damn, I missed out. I didn't buy early enough. I'll wait for the next one. So when the next one comes, people are going to pounce on it because they want to get in on it. And it's just, people are going to take advantage for sure.
100%. The trending and the top gainers and losers, like if you look at this, it's all these meme coins right now for the most part. And I know, like I said, DJAF, this one today, I did not get in this one, but I've seen quite a bit of community members, even down to Fahadukin, putting these out over on Twitter. This feels like the response of the people who missed the SNEK train but wanted to get in on this vibe, so they did the DJAF. And the amount of shilling that I have seen from big accounts and other small accounts,
I know.
And I'm just like, what is going on right now? Like, where are we at inside this space? It does feel like, for the most part, though, at least in the short term, most people's attention has shifted off of NFTs, at least on the Cardano side, and have solely been like they can't get away from the memes. Like, what are your take on that, Marcus?
Yeah, that's, of course, I'm looking at that. We have a mint coming.
Yeah.
We had a meeting. We have a meeting today with our team, like every Monday we have. And I just told them, man, how we can surf that. Right. And I said, man, I have a trait that, and I don't know if people saw it, but we're going to release a sneak peek of that. It's actually based on the Ouroboros snake, but of course we're releasing that snake now, and it's a sneak peek with a snake, and also I was talking about how there's a lot of people onboarding Cardano, which is really good for us, for the space. Absolutely. And why not go through the Discord of SNEK, checking all the tweets, and just welcome to Cardano. We are introverts, blah, blah. So just do something like that, like raid their posts with introverts for some brand exposure. So in our side, we're trying to surf that. But like from my opinion on that, I think like it happens everywhere. Why not Cardano? It's not because Cardano that it's not going to happen. The thing is, SNEK specifically is, I know Master of C is involved as a dev. So for those doesn't know, Master of C is he's behind C point system in Introverts, Nana points, and most of the things in Chilled Kong's wallet verification for overexposed, a lot of big projects out there. The rate system that we release in Introverts, more projects are going to use too. So that's a guy who's been building in Cardano for more than a year, making systems for a lot of NFT projects. And he's just an awesome guy. And he's behind SNEK. And that's one of the reasons. He's not like, I don't know if he's in the founders, but he's the dev for them. And that's the reason why I think for me, it's different than just like a random meme coin that popped up, you know?
Right.
It's because of Master of C and Goofy. So SNEK is a different type of beast than all other coins that might pop up like Pepe Blue or Purr or Dean or this other stuff, you know? So yeah.
Go ahead, TJ.
I was gonna say Crawfish. No, there's a different one that took way more than 4,000. I'm trying to find it.
Did you see also, he goes, this is where I love this little takeover here from Demosthenes today. He goes, Cardano's a funny place. It's the only chain I've seen folks talking about utility for meme coins. Please don't do too much and make memes not cool. We tend to be so out of touch. I dare you to go on ETH and ask for utility for a meme coin. So and to a degree it's right, but we were talking about like maybe the evolution of the meme coin is that you can have the meme. I feel like with Cardano, because we haven't, things have just been down in general here. Our volume is very low, it was very low on the NFT side, so we needed something like this to kind of like pull us back up a little bit, and it's got everybody excited again. Everybody's, people are making ADA and bringing other people in from other chains. But yeah, when you talk about like it does feel different. I agree with you, because most of the time when you know these meme coins, you don't really know the founders behind them. You don't know who's there in the community. You just see a bunch of people on Twitter talking about it, and it makes it seem like there's a big hype behind it. In reality, a lot of the times it's just bots or influencers that people are all just attached to their own bag. And it's not as big as you quite think, because all they're waiting for is for you to go ahead and buy in so they can sell out. And that's the nature of the meme coin. But with this, it does feel a little different. There's like utility and airdrops being thrown around inside the map. So I don't know, like, where does this go? Because it seems like it doesn't, it's not slowing down anytime soon. And it could go to zero tomorrow, just like any of these. But right now, I think the overall sentiment for most people is like, we believe in this. And we've kind of rallied around it. And we've been talking about the NFT community, though, about rallying around a big project inside of this and kind of really putting it to the forefront to get people noticed. And who knew that SNEK would be the one that we did it to, as far as a meme coin that's got people's attention. But I do agree that it does feel different in a sense. And now that we're seeing all these different ones pop up because of it, we've got a meme coin season over on Cardano. And I know chat's over here talking about ETH. There was one today called ETH, where we're going to get, they're minting the correct ETH over there because the real one's too expensive.
I'm in the same boat as who said it. They couldn't find, or it was Curly. I couldn't find the address to send to. It's like, damn, I kind of want to mint that one because this one might get a little hype over here just because it's a super meme coin on Cardano.
Yeah.
I think people are a little bit bored too, honestly. I think people are just like, oh, this is something to do right now. And it's also something to make money on too. It's not just doing nothing.
Yeah. And what's interesting also is the thing that you guys were talking about Safe Moon, right?
Yeah.
How is Safe Moon today?
Honestly, I don't know, because they've gone through all these different versions. They had their own wallet. It was deflationary. I don't know. I do remember getting lost in that bubble though for like a solid 2 months, right? Just following the Discord, following the Telegram, following like everything they had going on Twitter, refreshing the feed, and it got exhausting to the point where I've spent my time was not worth even what I had invested in anymore, because it was just wrecking you like mentally.
That's the thing. But the thing is, like, we've been through a cycle, like a bull run, where meme coins went up and they're all super down now, right?
Yeah.
So probably in the next bull run, it's not going to be the same. Like, that's my view. I think meme coins, for example, you have Twitter Spaces now. So back then you didn't have it. So yesterday or 2 days, yesterday, if Goofy was in a in a Twitter space with an Ethereum guy talking about SNEK, right?
Yeah.
So usually, who is the founder behind the meme coin? Like you can't. So transparency, team behind it, maybe it's gonna make that coin stronger.
Yes.
So this is different. Utility, you're talking about utility, right? Right now, SNEK coin went live in the first days. They put in the Mutants platform. There are people raffling NFT for SNEK, and there are people using SNEK for raffles.
Yeah.
Right? You couldn't do that with Memecoin, so that's utility in a sense. So I think yeah, since technology is better, it's easier to do stuff. There's raffle platforms. There's a lot of things. I think ultimately, meme coins, like especially SNEK, will have something for people to use, right? I don't know what it's going to be, but I like demo stake. I like demo stake on
it is right.
Meme,
Don't
like,
make it too complicated.
Don't force it. Go that path of not like it's meme. And if you see the proposal of SNEK to MinSwap, SNEK proposed, it was actually Rummy that wrote it, to do a triple farm in MinSwap, and Rummy wrote the proposal. And when asked what is SNEK, it's a community movement, blah, 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 blah. It's not utility. They don't say that. So I think the team is super well on board with the idea of just growing the community, getting more people in, getting people from outside of Cardano to actually try Cardano for the first time, you know? So yeah.
Oh, it's literally, like you said, got everybody talking. Even Clays had put out a tweet. I think it was for the culture. I know Lena. I think it was Lena that had posted.
Yeah, Lena. Yeah.
She had the little SNEK over there, and you see so many different founders, different people. We were talking about this last week where we had the guy painting the mural of SNEK out on the streets, like. It is really like taking over this whole community. And one thing though, you mentioned that was interesting about that Twitter space. They had Joshi and Sal from Williams up there. They mentioned that to these guys. The one guy was like, I don't really dabble in the host. He's like, I don't really dabble in other chains. And what they brought up, they were talking security. And the interesting thing about Cardano, right, is we have native assets over here. And with those native assets, right, like the scary thing about the other chains is you have to interact with smart contracts. So if somebody airdrops you something or sends you something, it happens all the time with NFTs. You don't want to interact with that because it could be a wallet hacking thing that could just drain everything without no one even know what's going on. So when people are looking at meme coins, at least on the Cardano side, it's like, hey, you come over here. If somebody sends you something, you can get it out of your wallet. You can do whatever you want to do with it. And it's not going to, kill you as long as you don't click on malicious links. And I don't think people grasp that concept. And I think what's interesting is I've seen so many different people too, because I've been playing around with meme coins on the Ethereum side over these last few weeks too, with Pepe and everything taken off. And it's like $60 to do a transaction right now, with gas. It's so stupid.
It's so dumb.
And I saw somebody over here today. He's like, hey, I went and bought SNEK and I did it for less than $1. Why the hell did I not know about this? And it's like, these are the things.
I saw that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are the things where I think it gets people to, like, if anything, we talk about like meme coin. We talked about in the podcast like last week, like TJ, you said it, like meme coins, no matter what, they're not going to stop. They're part of the culture for crypto, and whether you like it or not, they'll always be around. To what degree, right? You get better education, maybe regulation, some things that like force it to kind of maybe push it away so we can incur more mass adoption. But memes in general are the thing that we live and like kind of breathe by, especially over on Twitter, and it just relate to. So if it's a way for people to go ahead and onboard them to at least get them interested in the space, I still think that outweighs the negative of this pump and dump casino mentality that we look, especially for some of these that may be evolving a little bit beyond the, hey, we've got a founder and a team behind this. And we're not just here to steal your money and drain your wallet right now.
Well, speaking of the gas fees you're talking about, look at this. Turn 80 ADA into over 13,000 ADA. Now, would you see that kind of small entry point in ETH?
Not
and
that
make
small.
No, that's what I'm saying. So you wouldn't see that over there. And this profit is crazy that they just made over. Shout out to you.
Pepe, awesome. You could have done that with Pepe.
But I was saying though, people will be a little deterred of throwing it. He threw in less than $30 and turned it into over 13,000 ADA.
But also, Pepe is the big reason why the gas fees are as high as they were. So it would have been a little different right at the start. But now that we're seeing this kind of run and this hype is getting back into that market, I went to, what was the one last night we were looking at? It was really stupid.
SpongeBob?
SpongeBob. I was like, I got some ETH in this wallet. I'm just gonna throw some. I'll just throw like a little bit at it. Just why not? It's easy to play around with. Maybe it takes off even a little more from where it's at already. And it's not. I'm not gambling a lot. But then when you add on the gas fees, it's like, all right, well, I'm not trying to spend like $100 on this bullshit. I was just trying to throw like some extra money I had in a wallet. Where you can do that on the Cardano side. You can just be like, oh, this is cool. And I got a little bit of extra change here. I'm just gonna throw some at it, see what happens.
I think there was one guy I did see something just for the Pepe. Some guy put $27 in when it first launched, and it's worth like $8 million. I know.
Every YouTuber's talking about that, dude, which is insane. Good for them. But
you want to know the funny thing to me that I see?
I put in $27.
$8 million right now.
Yeah. So anyway,
yeah, it's real. Yeah,
there's one they're tracking.
They're tracking wallet.
But what I find interesting too, because you always see the Slum Doge millionaire guy. Who made became popular because of that, right? And he's over here telling guys the top's in on Pepe. It's never going over $1 billion market cap again. You guys need to get out and take your profits. It's like his guy over here is telling us how to run stuff, and it's just like that's right. That cycle over there. So you'd be responsible, and it's just like the majority of the people, at least that are vocal about these kind of things, are the ones, Tom, you were talking about last night when we were on Discord. Was that they got lucky on something that hit. Like something like this.
They know now.
Yep. And now you're all of a sudden you're the expert over there. In reality, you gambled and you got lucky. And the majority of those people that do get lucky end up ask them a year from now what they did with that.
I want to get lucky with that shit.
But yeah, no, it's just interesting to see because it does feel though like the NFT scene has been a little bit ignored in the last few weeks. Although I don't know if you guys, which I just did this on a speculative play because I thought it was funny, but Magic Kongs and Chilled Kongs and all because of
I was going to talk about that. Yeah,
the blanket, which again was one of the wildest trait names for what that is. If you don't know right now, the whole SNEK, the SNEK trait is actually the blanket trait over here, and you can see the floor price for these right now because of the meme.
No, I'm saying, why is that called the blanket? It doesn't make any sense.
Oh yeah, I don't
No,
know.
it's because the original version of Chilled Kongs is called the blanket, and the blanket transformed into the SNEK.
That makes
sense. So if you go to Chilled Kongs, actually yesterday when people were buying 1.5K Magic Kongs with SNEK, there was actually a blanket listed for like 700 ADA. And you could buy a blanket for 700 ADA.
Makes sense.
Then buy a mushroom for 300 and make a SNEK out of the blanket. So right now, but a lot of
that's
people
a real
bought
DJ
that.
Play right there.
Yeah, but a lot of people bought that, man. You see, it's 1.5K again. So, but a lot of people lost their blankets because it was listed.
Right.
They weren't fast enough.
Yeah,
you can filter by blanket there.
Yeah, this is the blanket right here. Yeah.
Oh, this is the blanket. Yeah, so you can see the prices. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
everyone bought yesterday. Like a lot of people, 800, 500.
I bought the blanket one on the Magic just because I was just having some fun with it. But the prices, like you said, were like 400 ADA, and now look at the price of those things. So if you even had time that, I mean, it's crazy where the mindset goes for people. And even look at some of the sales. Like these are all like within like the last day. All these sales, $19.99 over here for the blanket trade, where these things are selling for 200.
The thing is, like, as we onboard a lot of people through these meme coins, some of them will go to NFTs because they are already NFT collectors in other chains, and they're gonna check JPEG Store, and it's actually, considering they know how to operate NUMMI, it's actually really easy to use. Like they know to set up collateral. They know how to use Sunday Swap. JPEG Store is going to be easier for them. 100%. So I think it actually can be good because we're not talking maybe about 5,000 people. Maybe we're talking about 20, 30, 40,000 people joining if this is successful or if this continues to grow, because it's been a week? It's been a week or something?
Literally a week. Yeah.
A week, right? And so maybe this will go through NFTs, but the thing is, people are going to chase liquidity, right? Where the action is. And that's tokens right now.
Absolutely. And everybody right now wants the moonshot. They've seen what a SNEK has done. And the problem with it is this thing is in a league of its own. It feels like Cardano's Memecoin at this point. Like it's captured that kind of audience in that respect. And I'm sure there'll be others that'll come out, and obviously, like you said, the DGAF came out today. Pepe Blue still continues to try to make a comeback over here. I don't know. It had its own little run, but it just doesn't have this because this is the organic Cardano meme,
yes.
right? And I think that's the fun part about it. But what this has done is maybe reignited some interest in DeFi too for some people, because we keep saying DeFi summer's coming, DeFi summer's coming. Well, then maybe this is the perfect segue into that. And like you said, usually what happens in these cycles is the meme coins start going, people make liquidity, they start discovering and realizing there's actual real products here that I can invest in. They start investing into those, and then eventually those profits all weigh their ways back into the NFTs, and then here we go again.
I mean, that's just the DJ nature. They never get out, right? It's more and more
Yeah.
and more.
They never get out.
That's absolutely now I just made all this profit. Now I got to invest in other things to make more profit.
I need to go buy 100 of these right now because I got the liquidity to do it. And it's just like, no, you probably should hold on to that.
And the thing is why like NFTs can be safer investments than meme coins in a sense,
Right.
And I'm talking about long term. So let's say you got 20K out from SNEK, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can diversify that. Instead of going to another degen play, you can buy 2 or 3 NFTs. Like you can buy an introvert, you can buy a clay, and you can buy one in the middle there, maybe mallard order.
Yeah.
Right. So tier 1, and then mallard order, and then introvert. So 200 ADA, 700 ADA, 2000 ADA, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you buy one of each, and maybe those will make like 2x or 3x or 5x in the future, and you can just hold them, join a new community, enjoy that. So yeah, I think I'm trying to be positive about it, because I'm only trying to get good outcomes, and this happens a lot. Like in our app, like I told you, I have an IRL company, right? And we basically do. It's really simple. We do an app for Uber drivers and delivery workers, so they can drive and work more safely. So it's an app that have a lot of tools. It has a secret camera that can film the ride without you having to buy a camera. So it works from within the app. You can stream a ride live to friends. So if it's like a panic button, you click on it and it starts streaming the ride to your family or whoever you want to be safe. Anyways, it has a lot of tools for that. Yeah. But we usually, like, to attract people into our app, sometimes we don't market, and let's call our ecosystem. We don't market the tool that we love the most or we think it's more valuable for them. We use other tactics to get their attention and get them in to sign up. Maybe it's a promotion, maybe it's an influencer that's in the app streaming live and it brings the people. What I'm saying is, if we look at this Memecoin things that is happening, it's going to happen for more weeks, as like this kind of promotion that is happening for Cardano. A lot of people are joining. SunnySwap is breaking. Tap2 is broke. All the DeFis are breaking right now, and maybe JPEG Store can surf this too. Maybe the NFT projects can surf this too, and get these people to show how cool and diverse our ecosystem is. So yeah, I see that as an opportunity. I'm in their Discords. I'm not involved in other tokens, but I'm in their Discord. I'm in SNEK Discord, of course, too. Yeah. And trying to see what's happening and some opportunities there. But I see that as a big onboard experience for new users in Cardano. So I see that as a good thing. But guys, not financial advice. It's like I said at the beginning, the mental part of it, of being part of something like that, it's gonna drain you. And you got safe moon there for you to see, but it's gonna drain you, and you're gonna wake up and look at the grass. And then you're gonna go outside the shower and look at it. You're gonna eat looking at it, So it's really bad. It's really bad.
We have a term over on this channel, Marcus. It's not financial advice. It's fun advice over here in Nafafa.
Okay.
So we always have the disclaimer for that on that. That's where that little hashtag is down there. But no, you're right over here. I agree. I think right now, we're nobody wants to get off this ride. It's still going and everybody's having fun. So like you said, maybe the attention are turned away from NFTs. We're only running 486,000 on the NFT volume. volume in the last 24 hours. But you look on the inverse of that, we have 27 million ADA on DEX volume over here, which is an insane amount. Even at our highest, when we were really trading high with the Clay announcement and stuff back in April of 22, and I think it was like maybe touching close to 5 million on the 24-hour volume. So this right now, obviously, there's a ton of money running through this because of what the wave is doing. And eventually, like you said, when people get bored or they take their profits, or they're like, all right, I've been meaning to get into an Ape Society, to an Introvert, to a Clay Nation, to a Goofy Gopher, whatever it may be. You're going to start to see people run that back, because a lot of the times people, like you said, don't necessarily hold on to that ADA anymore. They want to invest it, right? They're part of this ecosystem. And who wouldn't, essentially, to this thing? I mean, if you got in and you made 13,000 ADA off of 80 ADA, like Shooter was saying right there, you know what? Well, yeah, let me go spend a little bit of this, because I took a flyer on something and was able to go ahead and hit. And I think I'm in the same kind of boat right now. I haven't checked my thing back over there, but I was telling SNEK check from last week, guys. I still got SNEK. SNEK is still in the wallet. I did sell, and then I bought some back in, and I kind of dollar average. So we still got 36 million SNEK, which right now is roughly 19,000 ADA right now. Just sitting around.
Wow.
So we're up. Still hanging in there, boys. We're going to hold on for dear life for a little bit. We'll see what happens.
That's a lot of SNEK.
It is a lot of SNEK. So we're holding on to it. So if you guys bet the under on that, I didn't. You know what the crazy part is? If I would have just held and I never sold anything from my original thing,
don't do it.
It was like 87. Like
that. That's not how it works.
I know.
Yeah.
That hurts a little bit.
I know. I did to myself earlier. I'm like, oh.
You know what really hurts is if I would have put my buy order in that didn't hit the slippage when I bought another 258, I would have had roughly about 140 million of this stuff. That would have put me right. Oof.
Ben, one question about the interface. Like, does this you're using V2, right? There.
Correct. Yes.
Does this interface like update automatically? Like if you leave like that, it's gonna update it automatically?
Sometimes I've seen it do it, and so you can see it changing over here. Like
I've been having trouble with that, and I changed to V1 because V1 is better. It updates automatically the swap.
I always have to just pop back and forth just to make sure I'm like get the most updated recent price. Like right there, it just jumped up a little bit. Okay. I know. I think that is a thing though. Like I see it change over on this side, but I don't see it change necessarily over here. Sometimes though, I don't know if it's like a glitch or what it is, but I'm still not a big fan of the V2, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not either.
If it wasn't for SNEK right now, I wouldn't be using Sunday Swap. I would be on Mint Swap still. Talk about Mint Swap missing a big opportunity there. They kind of screw that because of they created that liquidity pool because the policy ID was out right before it dropped, and then they ended up having to make the switch to dump the liquidity in Sunday Swap. How detrimental was that to Mint Swap's release? It was, but I mean, it is what it is. They've got the triple farming over there now, so that's good. Yeah, no, it's a crazy thing over here. People are making ridiculous amounts of money, and I'll continue to kind of keep an eye on it because I feel like at this point right now, my goal. I told the guys, I think I wanted like 3,500 ADA was what I said I'd be cool with, and then now at this point I'm just like
now it's 35,000 ADA you'll be cool with.
My goal in Cardano was always to have 100,000 ADA going into the next run. So maybe SNEK will help get me there. We'll see what happens. It's part of the moonshots, but I'm not sitting here claiming that, I know exactly how to call these. It's just like I got lucky like anybody else. And now it's a battle of, can you hold it? What's your risk tolerance? And, are you willing to kind of wait it out?
That's a new one, GM?
Oh, yeah. The 1 hour ago.
Man.
Pre-sales live.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh man, let's see. So what the crazy thing is, like they were talking about the ETH, where these guys, some of these coins right now, they just drop, and people, you go look in the wallet addresses. So let's go check this out. Did people send into this one right now or not? Because they did. ADA's is getting like robbed. I feel like at this point, like who are the people doing this stuff? 100. Okay, so these guys really didn't. Not too bad. Only 17,000 ADA they got from people. Obviously, this wasn't a very hyped one.
That's it. That's all they got. From
now everybody. This is 929 over here. Tokens are. Man, I'm not endorsing. We don't endorse any of this, by the way.
Did you see the Ethereum coin?
Yeah, that's what we were showing earlier. The ETH one.
Okay,
yeah. Which was ridiculous too. That thing sold. Some of these though, I don't know.
250K ADA, man.
It was crazy.
The
to see this, right?
Ethereum coin. That's.
It's hilarious though. In an attempt to fix
hilarious.
ease high transaction fees, degens are going to degen, right? And so many people jumped into this. I always seem to be missing these. I did see the not going to make it one. We talked about that on the podcast Friday. I did go in, but they sold out, and then I don't know how it did too. I heard it didn't do that well.
And literally, you need more people to buy. Like that's the thing. When you buy, you need someone to buy.
Yes.
To buy for more than you bought. You know, that's the thing. So that's why we are so small right now, and there's so many opportunity for gains, even in simple things like that. You know.
Yeah. How did you feel about? Guys, like, hey, did you see when SNEK really started to take off? There was like a very met with resistance from the community of like, oh, what do you guys talk? The people who missed out, and then it became like, guys, we shouldn't be promoting meme coins over here. We shouldn't be doing this. And there became some animosity towards it, and now it feels like most people have accepted it as what it is because they either got in or they just they've seen what it's done. Did that surprise you at all? Seeing people kind of hate on it.
But I think there's a lot in that, there's the NFT volume going down because of that too. There's also tribalism in Cardano. Charles is probably at one point doing a video about this thing because it's affecting the chain. The chain load is high. So at one point he will, and historically, he usually bashes meme coins. Like he talked bad about Doge and about other coins, right? On the last bull run, he did a video that he was talking about meme coins that he didn't like that. So I think yeah, man, but it's part of the game, people will. What I learned about being a founder is that you have all kinds of people in your community, people who love your project, people who will love your project for a couple of weeks and then leave. So I'm kind of used to that in a sense, man. We receive death threats in our midday, and it's because people are not being able to mint or something like that, or we have a glitch issues. People are passionate, but I think what's happening in the end with SNEK, although we got this period that you're saying, is I feel like when I saw Mallard Order talking about SNEK, the way they're talking, because Mallard Order has with chilled Kongs, some of their holders have a history there, but now embracing the SNEK meme coming from chilled Kongs, it's really cool to see. Like when I saw that for Mallard Order, I think it was today, right, that he posted it. And with a chilled Kong trait in a Mallard Order, I know he's really good at marketing, but that's it. So that shows everyone is united in understanding that this can be good for Cardano in the long run, and it's fun.
Absolutely.
It's fun.
But we sure had a couple of bad takes or salty comments.
I agree with that. The fun part about the Mallard part on this too is that these guys did this before this was ever a thing. This was actually a while back how they did the Palantir thing. That they actually just do you type in your duck number and they give you they do the bull cuts, or they do different the little laser eyes to the Bitcoin. They actually did this when that trait and that meme dropped long before the SNEK coin was ever created. So it's funny to see the community embrace some of this stuff, and then it all circled back around. And I agree that if you're hating on the fact that SNEK is doing what it's doing right now inside this community, if you in reality, and I saw a harsh take on this, but also kind of the reality check is that if you're hating on the meme coins for people kind of shilling them out and talking about them, because 99% of these NFTs that you hold, you guys are doing this. Will do the same thing that this is doing eventually. You guys just don't want to have that conversation because the majority of projects just probably aren't going to be able to make it, and that's just the reality of NFTs. And the select few that are good will rise to the surface. So I think that it's a different way we view things, right? Like we always say, hey, what's the utility when there's a new NFT project? But we'll ape into a GM token all of a sudden because they said they're doing a pre-sale. It's like the mindset flips, right? And it also goes back to some of the bigger mints where some of these NFT projects that have the utility already announced in the front end, and they're saying, hey, we have a higher mint price because we're trying to do more with this project, versus somebody who drops a 45 8 a mint like a Bored Ape Cardano Club, and people sell it out instantly because they want the money. And it's like, you got to know where that's always going to be a thing no matter what. And that's the majority.
So there's two options, right? Or number one, you bring more people in, which is right now what most meme coins are doing. You work on community. Second option is you make people spend that token with something that you build. It can be raffles, it can be some kind of business accepting SNEK adoption, right? So if you like, those are basically the most basic way of trying to make the price go up, or holders get more satisfied because the price go up, you know? So number one, right now, there's a lot of room. The good part of it, there's a lot of room for growth. Considering we are in Cardano, considering things are working and people are coming, and compared to like other market caps from other meme tokens, I have a lot of room for growth. But the thing is, when we get there, who is going to join is expecting what, you know? Then it's going to be saturated. Maybe Pepe reached this saturation of new holders. You know, it's too expensive for me to join now, and you know, so that's an issue, man. And it's if you are on that journey, man, what I would say, my advice is like, I would just like invest something and just wait a week and then look at it, you know?
Don't pay attention to the day-to-days, because I found, even me personally tonight holding like that, I was like, maybe I should offload some of this, and I looked at the chart and it was dumping down into like the low fours again, and there was multiple red candles. I was like, just leave it alone, I'm gonna go back. And then sure enough, like an hour later, and it shot right back to the mid fives, and I was like, can you imagine just like this the mind games you play, you know, in your head?
And if you are waking up and looking at charts, then you know you're addicted.
Yes.
If you are waking up and looking at the SNEK chart, you are addicted. So this is probably in a couple of weeks, you're going to see the effects.
Right. You really just got to stay out of that mindset almost, Tommy, of looking at where you would have been, unless it's just for fun, unless it's just like, that's where it could have been, crazy. But if you really start to get in on yourself on that, you'll always lose. It'll always be either I didn't sell at the right time and it could have been more, or I held too long and now I've lost money, and you just lose either way then. And then you're just not going to have a good time. You're not going to enjoy the space because you're just going to feel defeated all the time. And you're never going to be able to keep up. No one, you know, you can't be here 24 hours a day. You can put in those limits. Like I know a lot of people have said in chat, kind of protect yourself on those sides. But as far as maximizing, like min-maxing everything, it's just not possible.
Like you said, you're going to become a 4x SNEK trader at that point, right? You're watching the candlesticks every single hour, you know, and that's what it becomes. And some people can game that system and you can make good money on that, right? But it's just, how much time do you really want to put? How much stress do you really want to get into? And is it worth it even for a couple $1,000? Like, is that worth it to you and like your time? And for me personally, I'd rather sit back and enjoy the ride and have some fun with the memes. Like I'm sitting there at night, like creating some memes, posting them out there, just having fun and becoming part of the community. And if it goes up, it goes up. And eventually maybe I'll roll some of this stuff into some other things. Shout out to, we got a Swaggins over here. Shout out to them. Dude, I don't know if you guys, I'll make a quick mention of that because it was really, it was an awesome thing as we wrap over here. Shout out to Mongrels. I don't know, Marcus, have you seen the Mongrels team with Valkyrie? They're minting this week, the 11th over here. They did a Rocket League tournament with you guys. Were in the Rocket League tournament, right?
Yeah.
And you guys had a good team. You had a good run going.
We beat Ape Society, and then we lost for who we lost? I think it was Clay. Clay's
had a good team.
They had a champion, man. They had a season champion.
They had a GC,
yeah. And then we lost for Disco Solaris. But it was fun, you know, like it was fun. I think it was a great thing that they did. Usually you don't see projects do this kind of stuff before Mint.
Correct. And that's, we have
investing so much, you know.
It's usually a much more closed kind of community thing because it's just to get their own promotion out. Or in this, they were able to really get people involved and kind of come out and represent your team, your community, your project. It was really cool how they did it.
I loved it. Yeah, shout out to the Go Tribe too. They were the winners. I actually filled in yesterday. I was listening. Yeah, the whole point of this was that I was sitting there in the Twitter space, and I didn't get a chance to sign up. I was doing some stuff, but I filled in for a game for the Happy Hoppers that played against Disco Solaris because somebody had dropped. So I played. I scored a couple goals and had some fun, but we ultimately lost.
I saw you there. I saw your nick there.
Yeah. So it was fun. I was just hanging out, and I'm like, you know what? I'm been in a space for like 6-7 hours or whatever it was for the day. And at the end of it, they were giving away these PS5 and Xbox Series X. And sure enough, I'm sitting there and I ended up winning the PS5 from the giveaway.
What?
Twitter. Yes. So I actually ended up winning this.
Lucky bastard.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's rigged, Swaggins. That's rigged.
That's
insane.
Just kidding.
So,
congratulations, man. Wow.
I had to shout them out for doing that, man. It was so cool to just, like you said, hang out for a long time, and then that just all kind of came full circle. That was really cool. But big shout out to them, and I know they're minting the 11th this week, so they've been dropping some really cool sneak peeks over there. Their Joker one today, this one was really cool to see.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, they had some really cool trades, and even the one with the Halo.
Really important to talk about mongrels. Go down there. They changed the
Oh, they're on Saturn.
Yeah, they're minting with the new SIP now. I don't know why. Maybe they're looking for some utility within the collection, like changing the NFTs, things like that. So let's see. So it's an interesting take because JPEG Store still doesn't support that for the minting. Yeah. So, and the guy from Saturn is the
Avatar
CTO
Nick, right?
Yes, he's the CTO of Ape Society now, right?
Yep, correct. Yeah,
so
no,
really
that
cool.
Big change, yeah. So no more JPEG Store, Saturn. So I minted, I think the blobs the moon blobs over there.
Blobs,
yeah. And I think I minted a platypus cyberpunk over there. Yeah, there was a couple of them. But yeah, it's a very smooth site, so that's good to see that they're doing that.
If you hold an introvert, there's a whitelist raffle in our server. It's really quick. It's gonna end tomorrow, so you guys probably have already. But yeah, if you're a holder of introverts and watching that, there is a channel whitelist mongrels, and just go there and enter. You're probably gonna win it.
There you go. Well, speaking, we were doing that. We had that. I wanted to go raffle that off before we ended the night. That's why I kind of want to bring mongrels back up because we had 5 whitelist spots that were not given away for the last stream. So I think we should go ahead and end the stream with a little whitelist giveaway for mongrels and wrap this up over here. Markus, you want to do another keyword over here? You can put it out loud, it don't matter. Or you can put it in private chat.
Yeah, I think I was gonna say mongrels.
All right, that's easy enough.
Let's gonna say mongrels. Yeah.
Let's run that over
there. Because
it's
not easy to write that, at least for me. Yeah.
I would the people who have copy paste, I forget what I don't know what stream it was. We had somebody do like a whole phrase. It was and somebody you had to copy paste it.
That was it wasn't
who did that?
It was last week, wasn't it?
Was it? It could have been. No, it could have been Render too. He might have done. No, he did Raven, I think.
Yeah, he did Raven.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Dude, somebody did like a whole sentence for one of them, and I don't remember what it was, but that was funny. Mongrels, guys! ! Mongrels is going to get you entered in. We got 5 of these to give away. Please make sure you guys are over in the Mongrels Discord, and we'll open up a ticket once you win. But also make sure to message us and tell them that F35 sent you. Shout out to the team over there too.
So you want them to message us and say F35 sent you?
Yep, with their screenshot. Also, these whitelists, I don't think they stack at all. So if you guys already won one of these, don't win again. Or you can gift it, one of the two. Shout out to Swag. Swaggins is here. He's listening to us right now. So guys, if F35 sent you, maybe they'll let you in. I don't know.
Also, shout out, who was the one, TJ, that was messaging me for their giveaway, and I just hadn't been on Discord all weekend, so...
Mariano, I think.
Mariano LaRose, yeah.
Totally wasn't ignoring you, Mariano, just... I mean, happy to
there's a reason we tell you to hit up Tom and TJ, or Tommy and TJ, because Tom is not on Discord like us over the weekend.
Especially not this weekend. Yeah, I don't think I was home until Sunday afternoon, so just did not check.
I saw the screenshot and I was dying. I was like,
all right, TJ, we good to go?
I never actually put it in. I'm just kidding, I did.
Oh, I was about to say, geez.
I was gonna say, what is this, the amateur hour?
All right, what do we got? Let's run these 5, and we'll wrap it up over here.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2. Triple threat. Anyone last week? 31-1?
Triple threat. He might have won last week, so
if he did, I don't think he'd stack the white list. Let me see.
I know triple threat might have won the. I don't remember what he won. I messaged him though. He won a. No, he won something else. Old money.
Hold on. How many white lists do we have to give away?
We had 15.
Oh, okay. I was saying, okay, yeah, he didn't win last week. Okay.
There you go. Triple threat. Congrats.
There you go. Congrats.
Okay.
Eddie Z, congrats.
There you go.
Eddie Z.
Yeah, if anybody else.
Eddie, you did win.
There you go.
Damn it, Eddie. All right, another one. Dr. Lawrence. That's another one. It's a new one.
It's a new one. There we go. Never had a doctor in here, I don't think either.
Dr. Lawrence Kindo.
Let me write one more triple threat.
Triple threat. Yeah, you're good to go.
Moose Slayer. Did they win one last week?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
If you guys have won, though, let us know and we can always redo this.
Jackson. Last one. Crypto Man.
There you go. Congrats to all the winners over there. Shoot either TOMMY or Lazy T a message with your win and we'll confirm. And then you guys will open up a ticket over in the Mongrels Discord to get the skate list. Roll over there and then you guys can make sure to register your white wallets. And then on top of that, make sure you guys go join the Introverts Discord as well. Go say hi, and hopefully, I don't know. You got Markus? You guys doing any more whitelist stuff? I know you got any more. So what's on your guys' schedule before the mint over here?
So we're gonna do Chill Space this Wednesday. There's also there's a live or voice chat with Block 2 before mint. We're gonna do a live stream next Monday, 1 year anniversary before the mint, and we have a couple of whitelist opportunities now. There's contests. We're going to start a new contest soon. There's also contests going live. We're going to release the new sneak peek that we show the snake trait, the Ouroboros trait. We're going to release it, and then there's also a chance for a whitelist. But right now, as I told you guys, it's 1,314 NFTs. Only 10 to 20% is available for non-holders. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be really hard to get those, okay? We're probably going to be over-allocated by a little bit. Mm-hmm. So make sure by the mint time you are first. But it usually happens, right? A little bit over-allocation.
Yeah.
Because it's few spots. It's like 100 spots only because the collection is the supply is so low, and there's a lot of Introverts holders, right? So yeah, excited and thank you, man. Thank you for hosting me here. It was great also talking about SNEK, the tokens. It's been a hell of a week, interesting week
for sure.
And I just wanted to say that what you guys been doing with the consistency that you've been doing is really one of a kind in this space. Keep doing that. I think it really helps to educate people on who's behind the NFT projects, educate people about the Cardano community, what happens inside with NFTs and now with meme tokens, etc. The work that you guys do is really, really important for Cardano. And I hope you guys can continue for months to come, for years to come with the podcast. And
we appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's one of the quickest hours have gone by. Talk with you, Mark. I can't believe it's already 11:10.
Yeah, it's 2 hours.
I just sat down and started like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, it is
really good tonight. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, thank you for joining.
Which is nice. We like having a little bit more lively conversation with how slow things have been in the space too. It's been some nights, when we don't have a guest on, especially where it could be a little bit of a struggle because we're trying to kind of find there's not a lot going on. We're just kind of hanging out, so it's nice to have some things to talk about too.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, in our chill space too, this happens because when we don't have guests, and it's like every single week, it kind of we update what's happening the week in Introverts, and then but now we have guests. It really it really helps. So having guests, yeah, really helps. Swaggins, shout out Swaggins, was in last chill space talking about mongrels. The founder of Valkyr was there too, which was really awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out mongrels. Hope you guys have an amazing mint. It's 11th, right? So it's
Yep. We got roughly 3 days. Yeah.
yeah. Wow, it's Thursday.
Yeah.
No, it's Thursday. It's
Thursday. Yep, Thursday.
Wow. It's coming, my friend. It's coming.
I know. I'll maybe roll some of those SNEK profits into some mints. There you go. Right. Well, Markus, thank you so much. It's been great to actually get a chance to officially meet you. And like you said, this went by so quick. And it's refreshing when you have a project founder who's in the community, who knows what's going on. And on top of that, you got a community that shows up. And we couldn't ask for anything more from you guys. So thank you so much for being part of the show tonight. And looking forward to the mint. Thank you so much for everything, all the kind words and everything you guys have done for us. It looks like my camera is about to go and break right now. So I think we're going to sign this out. It's been a good stream. Shout out to everybody over in chat who's been here tonight. This has been another F35 Live. We will catch you guys next week. And the podcast drops this Friday. Make sure to check that out. Peace.